everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I'm joined again, day 2 in a row, man.
Put me on the spot again.
By my contracts and budget guru and business partner, Chris Auber. So we got a question from someone who wants to know, how do you insert, I guess, either in the budget or in the contract wording, the option to have, let's say your site were to get it audited, either by the sponsor, which is more likely the CRO, or the FDA, or even an IRB. How do you make sure that you have that in there in the contract to where you can get reimbursed for the time it takes to do the audit? And this could be a good idea for
I've never even considered that actually.
Yeah,
but
something else we can do.
sure.
I know some sites that do this. You probably know who it is. Attorney. Right? So, question A is, how would you put that in there? Would you put that in the contract or the budget? And B, how would you figure out what an appropriate amount would be? Do you charge per hour? And I have a suggestion for this, but I want to hear your thoughts on this first.
Firstly, I would charge by day.
Okay.
So if it's a half a day, they're getting charged a full day.
Okay. And what would you charge?
Simplifies it.
I know you haven't thought about this yet, but what would you...
Yeah, off the top of my head, it would probably be... Well, because there could be a lot involved, say, with an FDA audit. Obviously, you're going to make, at least I would make more certain that everything's done correctly opposed to a sponsor audit. Therefore, I might charge a little bit more, but I also want to be not necessarily perfect, but close to with a sponsor audit. So taking both into consideration, I'd probably want to charge around $1,500 a day.
Yeah.
And that would take into consideration the time put into looking everything over prior to. Yeah, I think that'd be a fair amount.
Alright, and I'll add in mine, and then we'll go back to A, where you would put it in the budget or the contract. What I would do, I would probably do it by hour, just because you might be able to get more this way. I would find 3 consultants, and if you need one, here's one, here's 2, alright, and you go find another one, and ask them how much they charge per hour, okay, for something like going to a site visit or doing a QA audit at your site.
Probably find somebody for $250.
Yeah, my rates were $300 when I was doing this stuff. I still do it occasionally, but we offer more of a retainer, monthly retainer, which includes all of this stuff and more, which you can call me about later. 949-415-6256. You like that? Shameless plug.
That's great.
Right? So we can do that. But yeah, so get 3 independent contractors who do QA, and then ask them what they charge per hour, and then you figure how many hours the sponsor is going to be there for each audit, or the FDA, or whoever the auditor is, and then just bill that. That's what I would do. You might get more. $300 an hour times 8 hours. 8 times 3 is 2,400. You get like 2,400 a day.
So yeah, but you're not.
I'm on the high end, so let's say they're.
No. Actually, maybe if you were to charge by the day, I might charge more like 2 if that were the case, because I'd also want to take into account preparation.
So you might want to do 2,500 a day per audit.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even factor in the study coordinator time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
well, the time, not the time while they're there, but time prior to prep for it.
time to prep, and also the opportunity cost of not having a visit that day, like a regular patient visit, because the coordinator's tied up doing something else.
And all of these things would lead into your question A.
Yeah, where would you put this, contract or budget?
Well, that's how you would justify asking for this amount, is all these things. Often the sponsors will ask, well, what's your justification for this? And all of these things, you want to itemize, like you're doing here.
Boom, just push replay on this video to get those things again.
Yeah, and you'll have everything necessary. I would just, initially when you're doing the budget and contract negotiation, it doesn't really matter where you throw it. You just put it in the email that you would also like this.
Invoiceable, yeah, and they would usually put it for you, like in the budget and the
Yeah,
contract.
they'll
if you ask for
decide,
it.
they'll decide where they'll put it, whether it be in the budget or the contract.
But you gotta make sure it's actually in there, and
Yeah.
they don't just say that.
You just start the conversation.
Yeah. Alright, good job, man.
Alright?
Alright. Dan and Chris from theclinicaltrialsguru.com and our consulting firm, DSCS, Sweat Equity and Investments, right? 949-415-6256. Take care.